When I ask a client what they want to accomplish, they often tell me the destination. What they don't always tell me, and what I've learned to ask about, is what they think stands between here and there. The goal is where they're headed. But the terrain between now and that goal, that's what needs to be addressed. And that's what this competency marker is all about. Think of it this way. Your client knows where they want to go. The goal is their destination. But between here and there lies terrain that must be navigated. The path isn't always clear. There might be obstacles. There might be questions they haven't answered yet. There might be pieces they need to understand before they can move forward. What needs to be addressed is the landscape they'll cross to reach their goal. Your job is to help them map that terrain. Here's how ICF frames this. Marker 3.07 says you partner with the client to define what the client believes they need to address or resolve to achieve what they want to accomplish in the session. Notice the emphasis on collaboration. You're partnering with your client to define the terrain together. And notice whose perspective matters here. It's what the client believes needs to be addressed. Their view shapes the conversation. So what might these pieces include? Questions, things that need to be answered for clarity and progress. Components, elements that need to be understood or explored. Process, what needs to be worked through step by step. And obstacles, concerns, or challenges that need attention. The specific pieces will be different for every client and every session, but the category is the same, what stands between where they are and where they want to be. Let me give you some questions that work here. You've got this goal in mind, this thing you want to accomplish in the next 30 minutes. So ask, what are some of the pieces of that we need to discuss? Or, what are some of the parts of it we need to understand? Or, what questions need to be answered for you to feel success today? These open-ended questions invite your client to map their own terrain. You're not telling them what needs to happen, you're asking what they believe needs to happen. This is important. It is what they believe needs to be addressed, not what you see from your vantage point. Now, you might notice more terrain ahead. You might see additional obstacles. That's your coaching intuition at work. But this marker is about establishing the starting point from their perspective. Their view shapes the conversation and honors their autonomy in the coaching partnership. You can bring observations later, but first, understand what they see. So, here's what I want you to take away. Once you have both the goal and what needs to be addressed, you have the full picture, where they're going and how they'll get there. Destination plus terrain equals a complete map. And here's something that matters. These elements don't have to happen in any particular order during your agreement conversation. They just need to happen. The sequence matters less than ensuring both pieces are clear. You have the goal, you have the path. Now the question becomes, how will you know when you've arrived? That's where measures of success come in.